Hey guys, it's quiet and I'm only reviewing this album because I lost the footage to the reaction. The reaction wasn't very good, so you're not missing much. Let's just get right into the review. Lean Beef Patty has one of the sickest bass drops I've heard all year, probably the best. Lean Beef Patty is definitely a short song, but it's quality music. I'm not really mad about the length. It still feels like a complete song. Step a Pig has a really nice lead melody, and there's some pretty cool lines by Jpeg on it. They off that 2 Chain high, just can't let it go like Frozen. I like that line because I'm a Disney nerd. Frozen's a pretty good movie. Some people hate it, I like it. Scaring the Hoes grew on me. I'm recording this after my reaction. When I reacted to it, I initially didn't like it, but I definitely like it now. It still doesn't feel like a title track though. My issue when I first heard it was that the beat is just clapping, and it had like a really weak melody to the song, but I don't really stand by that opinion anymore. It's just as complex as the other songs on this album. Okay, so Garbage Pail Kids is my friend's favorite song, and I have to say he has a really good favorite song because this shit goes hard. I'm obsessed with the melody that plays after Danny Brown and Jpeg's verse. It's just so mesmerizing. Jpeg's verse is just so aggressive and visceral on that one too. You gotta love it. The sample that plays on Garbage Pail Kids adds some, Japanese culture to the mix, in my opinion, which is nice. It left me wondering, where the fuck did they find this sample? It's from some like obscure Japanese commercial. Like JPEG be sampling like the weirdest shit sometimes. Like this dude's has like a really interesting sample choice. Fentanyl Tester samples Milkshake by Khalees in a really unique, cute way. The chopped and screwed vocal samples at the end is a really nice touch as well on that song. Just by the first few seconds of Perfect, you can tell it's going to be a really epic song. And it is production wise, but I feel the lyrics on Danny Brown's sides doesn't really match the energy of the song. Orange Juice Jones is the soul sample song on this album, and it does that micro genre of hip hop some really good justice. It sounds like something Mock Homie or Mavi or Mike or Earl Sweatshirt would rap over. Okay, so Kingdom Hearts is my favorite game series of all time, and I have to say, they did the game series some serious justice by producing this amazing song. Like, if this song doesn't make you want to play Kingdom Hearts, what the fuck, man? I thought the Japanese vocal sample that plays throughout the song was Utada Hikaru of Kingdom Hearts fame, but actually it's from some anime that I've never heard of. I will say Red Vial, the only credited feature on this album, sounds a little bit too much like Denzel Curry for my liking. He had a decent verse, but that part kind of annoys me. Okay, so we have another epic and larger than life song on this album. I really like the gospel mixed with the hip hop on this one. The gospel sound lives up to this song's name, God Loves You. But Danny Brown's verse on this song makes the song title hilariously ironic, because he's strictly rapping about sexual things on this song. I don't think God loves a sinner that has sex before marriage with promiscuous woman, if you ask me. Just saying. I also like the G-Funk bass line that's featured on God Loves You. It really brings it back to another one of Jpeg's songs called This One's For Us off of his EP. I believe it was on EP 2. I really like the jazz introduction to Run the Jewels, and then it transitions into the meat and potatoes of the song. It's so short that it's kind of just whatever though, not much happens. Besides like the intro and the meat and potatoes part. The next song is Jack Harlow Combo Meal, and I don't think I've ever heard a song that takes the almond break and fuses it together with like a piano track. It's really creative. I also love the singing that Peggy does on this one. You can tell he's a really good singer, even though he's of course using auto-tune. So I definitely sound like a broken record right now, but the sampling on Hold is just so beautiful, just like the sampling on every other track of this album. He did such a great job with the sampling on this album. I sound like a broken record, I know, but you gotta praise it. The closer, from a lyrical standpoint, is Jpeg and Danny Brown's like at their best, and they both continue the trend of making an epic sounding song to finish off this beautiful album. The album as a whole is just so damn amazing and versatile. Every song sounds so different from each other, but it all sounds like it belongs together. We've known this for years now, but JPEG knows how to produce and sample a song, yo. Once again, I sound like a broken record. And his sample choices are so interesting and unique. I really love it. So this is supposed to be only part 1 of a much bigger project, which is getting me excited because there's no way they're gonna mess up the second album. There's no way they're gonna mess it up because the first one is so good. How could they possibly mess up the second album or the third one? This album is up there with all the other great hip-hop duo collaboration albums such as Mad Villainy, Black Star, Pinata, just to name a few. I'm giving this album an 88 out of 100. A well-deserved score. This album gets better with every listen.